I don't get to be in this space a lot, okay? Art. Masterpiece. So, first of all, my mic is right here, so I'm gonna talk to it. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kadeem back again with another video. I don't know how y'all feel about when you have a really cool project coming and you're like, okay, what am I gonna do? So we did the sketches last week, okay? We did all the different things, had the meetings, had the talks, we did the comic cleaning, still doing the comic, we are still doing the comic cleaning. Let me tell you something about comic cleaning, okay? Okay, this is a tangent. I'm sorry. Okay, so basically, what I want to say is that I'm very excited. And I am very upset with myself that it took me so long to allow myself to be this happy about something. You know? How do I explain this? So my mentor and my best friend have this joke about me always having to basically have a epiphany before I'll make a move, right? And they're not wrong. They always say you regret the moves that you didn't take, you regret the things that you didn't do, you regret the adventures that you didn't have. You know, you don't regret the stuff you didn't buy, because that stuff, it changes every other day. You're like, oh, this day I love Digimon, the next day I just really want to buy a fancy aglet for my sneakers because they have anime ones that I want. Like, things change, but along the line, you'll start realizing that sometimes you're that was my stomach. Like, I've been wanting to do this comic for years. I was talking to my mentor, Ryan, and he was like, yo, you finished that thing yet? I said, man, I'm cleaning it. And even though the cleaning process is boring and a drag, it's like I'm still making something, right? But now I'm working on multiple projects at the same time because I can see the ring. When you can see the sexy eyes. Anyway, sorry. Years ago, Ryan told me you need to basically start putting all your characters together and start building your portfolio with your drawings and graphic design. You can do both. And for years I struggled with how am I supposed to do it? What's the magic bullet? Because for some reason in my mind, I thought that you had to somehow inspire some grand, like you had to absorb every bit of information before you started. I thought you had to learn every single major key before you ever began. And that is farthest from the truth, to be honest with you. It is the farthest from the truth. To be honest with you, you do need to learn some things. And sometimes learning how to draw, learning the process of doing comics is very useful. It's very useful, and it saves you from hours and hours of pain. But sometimes the hours and hours of pain teach you too. For instance, I did I'm gonna show you right here. I did the freaking backgrounds on tracing paper, and then I continued on the tracing paper. Because tracing paper is so light, I didn't even want to use eraser on it. So I scanned it in and hoped I could use levels to basically clean it up instead of cleaning it by hand first and then scanning it. So basically I made more work for myself. Instead of going straight to color, I had to clean. And now I'm pulling the non-existent hair off of my head. You understand me? You feel me? Learning, it's a process, okay? It's a long freaking process. But this is the crazy thing. There are so many things. I wish that I had, like, I really wish I had taken the time, like I'm doing now, to really say to myself, okay, you know what, let's dive straight in. Like, 20-year-old Kadeem was so worried about doing the things the right way. Like, I read the Richard Williams book, and he was like, no music while drawing and doing this stuff. And then I remember I tried to do it without any music. Mind you, when I was working at Third Lounge, we had Ratchet Fridays where we would turn on twerking music and we just draw and dance and be all like, you know, in a good mood. And so for me to sit down and try to animate with no music, it was hell. I was like, I'm alone with my thoughts right now, and these thoughts is thoughtin'. These thoughts is thoughtin', man. Like, crazy. I wish I had, and so all the things that I'm wishing now, being like, oh, in the past, I wish I did this and that. So now my goals for this year is to do them more. More museums, more good food, more times with my baby. Like, so many different things. I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it, because here's the biggest takeaway in life that you're gonna get from me at any point in time. Anything that you want to do, you can't wait for anyone to allow you to do it. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to just hand it to you. No one's going to just say, hey, I'm going to hold your hand and you're going to draw and it's going to be perfect. Oh, because, it doesn't happen. None of it happens. You literally have to put in the work for everything that you want. You know, you have to, what they call, you have to eat dirt for a long time. You're like, eat dirt? Yeah, no, you have to really, like, scrounge around, hustle. People have to turn you down. You have to feel the pain of rejection for a very long time before you ever get the yes. Like, I think I had my first client at like 21, and that's still early. And that was just because my mother knew somebody, and my mother was like, hey, my son can draw, maybe he can paint. That wasn't even in my field. But you know, I learned real fast that I was undercharging, which I didn't even know was a thing. Imagine going from, anyway, this is all about starting. Because here's the truth of the matter. You're not going to begin anything good the first time. You're not going to start off being perfect. You're not going to be given anything unless you're born with a silver spoon. Then God bless you. I know for myself, every single thing that I want to achieve, I have to work at every day. If I want to get better at drawing, I have to work at it. Literally, every time I draw, I am faced with everything I haven't practiced. So every day I have to tackle a new thing. Literally, I'm learning foreshortening again, because I haven't practiced it in a while. Can you imagine? Anyway, please understand that now is the time. Don't waste it. Maybe, you know? Anyway. If you're still here and you loved what I just said, even though I rambled on for a little bit, press subscribe, like it, share it with some friends that need to hear a TED Talk by a semi-middle-aged black man that loves to draw on things like that. Oh yeah. Have a pleasant week.